Hello, my name is Jason Dragon, and I'm running for the City Council here in the city of Peoria, and I am asking for your vote. I'm sitting here in my home office, ready to discuss a lot of issues. I'm going to be recording a pretty good amount of videos and would love, if you want to find out more information about me, please watch these videos. If you feel that you would like to interact, I'm always available on Facebook. You can chat with me, you can post questions and answers, and if you really would like, you can call me. My cell phone number is 602-579-4919. So let's get started. First off, I'm running for the City Council in the Acacia District. So let me give you a little idea of what the Acacia District is. Here's a map. So the Acacia District is from Cactus to Northern, mostly, and from 87th to 67th Avenue. Of course, there's a big cutout from 71st Avenue between Olive and Northern. And as you can see on this map, there's a little green cutout where it jumps all the way to 83rd Avenue for the half mile that's south of Cactus. And for the half mile that's south of Cactus, it also jumps down to 71st Avenue, making the Acacia District smaller. So if you live in the Acacia District, I would really hope that you would consider voting for me. I believe that I can do an awesome job, and let me give you a little bit about me. First off, why am I running? So I am running because I have lived here for a long time, and I have seen a whole bunch of little problems, and a problem with fees here and government meddling here and a poor job building roads over here, and I've spoken up about it numerous times and spoke with various people, but as just a regular citizen, I don't have a strong enough voice to actually get something done. No matter how many people I tell, it just doesn't happen. And the city of Peoria has been going further and further down the road of being a meddling, controlling city, and we really need to stop that. If you just live here and you're not a small business owner, you probably don't know about all the different things that they do to make it very, very difficult to be a small business owner here in the city of Peoria. It's one of the hardest cities to get a business license in. It's by far the most expensive city to get a business license in. And for example, if you go to Glendale or Phoenix and you want a business license, you pay a small fee, a $5, $7 type fee. And you go to an office, you fill out a piece of paper, and about a minute or two later, they print out a business license and they go, here you go. Here's your business license. And you go and open up your business, and that's it. But in the city of Peoria, it doesn't work like that. You can't go and just get it right away. You have to apply for it, and they decide whether or not you can run that type of business in, say, even if you own that building. The city of Peoria overreaches, and recently they created a peddler license, and it's now been, the state government came in and deemed it to be illegal, and as of August 3rd, that peddler license will no longer exist here in the city of Peoria because the state government felt that it was way overreaching by a local government. I could go on and on about all the different problems that the city of Peoria has. A big chunk of the problems I think I can solve, and I want to go to the city council and be able to be on there and be your voice for living in a city that would be a lot better for everybody. So, who am I? Well, as I said before, I'm Jason Dragon. That's my name. It doesn't say who I am. I'm an Arizona native. I was born and raised here on the west side of Phoenix. I grew up in Phoenix on basically 59th Avenue. Went to Tolleson High School, graduated there near the top of my class, spent 4 years after that going to NAU, got my degree in business management at NAU, and even at NAU I was involved in politics. I will tell you right now, so even though this is a nonpartisan race, I am a Republican. I have always been a Republican. My dad was very conservative. I grew up in a household where, we talked about politics a lot, and I always wanted to get involved in politics. And in 2010, I was really active in helping various few people's campaigns, and I decided that I would throw my hat in the ring to run for city council back in 2010. And at that time, I was running against the same person I'm running against now, and she didn't fill out enough signatures, so we were able to get her off the ballot. But during the time that that was going on, another gentleman jumped in, Tony Rivero, and he actually turned out to be a really good conservative. And we talked many times, and I think at that timing was probably not the best for me anyways, and I'm glad that he won, and he did a really good job, I believe, for 4 years trying to fight the overreach that the city government was doing. And at the end of 4 years, he decided, for various reasons, that he would go and run for the House of Representatives. And he's now been there for 4 years. He's currently running for re-election. I will be voting for him. And Vicky Hunt decided that she would run again, and now she has been, over a 16-year period, has been in the city council for 12 years. They have an 8-year term limit, yet she's running again for another 4 years. She was the one that put in and argued for the term limit, yet she's not even abiding by the term limit that she wanted. And legally she doesn't have to, because she made an exception for herself when she wrote the law. Just another one of the self-serving rules that the city of Peoria has done for the city council members. I have her flyer over here, and it says that she is a visionary leader, visionary leadership. To me, a visionary is somebody who comes up with bold and awesome ideas, and that a leader, somebody that people rally behind. And neither of these two words at all describe Vicky Hunt. She's definitely not visionary. She pretty much just votes whatever the staff members and the mayor tells her to vote. She almost never questions anything or does anything beyond that, or even comes up with new, bold ideas. I can't think of one new or bold idea that she originated. In fact, nothing. So, leadership, there's nobody following her. In fact, I was encouraged to run, and people were begging me to run because they wanted somebody to run against her and defeat her. And for a few months I was hesitant. I didn't really want to have the stress and the trouble. My life is busy. My life is happy. I enjoy my business. I enjoy all the living and all the fun that I do. And I did not need the trouble of running for office. But after people, from all walks of life remembered that I ran, and were asking me and calling me over and over and over again, asking me to run. And after a few months, I felt that, if all these people want me to run, I probably have enough support to actually pull it off. So who are these people? Who's supporting me? Well, I got a lot of people who I've always been active in as a Republican in politics, as I said before. I've gone down to, the state, and I've lobbied for and against certain bills many times. I spoke down there a few times, and I have a lot of friends. I don't know if you remember, but back in 2008, 2009, when the whole really conservative Tea Party movement came around, I was one of the people. I actually became the leader of the Peoria Tea Party, the South Peoria Tea Party, for quite a while. And the Tea Party movement kind of got taken over by some people that weren't as really, they were kind of motivated on other things. And once that happened, it pretty much all fell apart quite a long time ago, maybe around like 2011. So that's just a little bit more of my history. So what does it mean? Who else supports me? Well, if you know who Debbie Lesko is, she's an enthusiastic supporter of mine. She's been there quite a bit of a step along the way. I have Rick Gray, Tony Rivero, who I talked about earlier. We have Kevin Payne, and quite a lot of other people. I mean, I've had people all the way from legislators all over the city, all over the state, in fact, have stepped up and said, if you're going to run, I definitely want to see you in office. I want you to run. I have people on the city council of Glendale. I have people on the city council of Surprise who are eagerly hoping that I win. Ray Malnar is a good friend and a good supporter of mine, and he's on the city council of Glendale. Anyway, there's a lot of people out there supporting me. I'm going to try to maintain a list. Unfortunately, there's been so many people that I've met at meetings, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're running," and they shake my hand. And they say, "I definitely endorse you. I'm definitely," and then I don't write their name down. So I probably have 30 or 40 people who have definitely said that they're endorsing me. They really want me to win, and that's a really good thing. I hope you feel the same way. If you are in Peoria and you don't want your government meddling with you, you don't want more rules and regulations, you don't want more taxes, and maybe even get rid of some of the taxes we have now, then I'm the one that you should be thinking about voting for. I really hope that I can get your vote. My number, as I said before, is 602-579-4919. You can text me whenever you want. If you're going to call me, try to call me during business type hours. If you get voicemail, just leave a message. I'll return it back. Of course, if you want to text me, that usually goes the fastest way, as I said before. But one of the things that I think is a lot different from me is I believe that I'm a super creative, smart thinker. I think I can come up with creative ideas to solve our problems and to push the city forward. Right now, we have a lot of problems here in, let's say, for example, the dilapidation of the buildings along Grand Avenue. It's been like that for a very long time. And, there's so much, as a conservative, I don't really believe that the government should be paying taxpayer dollars to revitalize this. I don't really believe that the government should be buying it up themselves and trying to turn it into something. That's not really the purpose of government. But I definitely don't believe that the government should be putting a heavy hand on what can and cannot go there. The private owners of the land need to step up. But what the government can do is they can highly encourage certain behaviors and certain developments. But the number one thing, and this is the thing that they need to get out of, to do the most, is they simply need to get out of the way. They need to make it where if a business wants to do business in Peoria, and it's, they should be able to do business in Peoria. It's as long as it's a legal business, I don't have a problem with that. But there's so many times that I've heard from landlords saying, "Oh, I wanted to put this business in here, and the city of Peoria, wouldn't approve it because this, and this. The city of Peoria says that this business needs 600 parking spaces, or they need to install $100,000 of new air conditioning units." All these arbitrary things that make the business owner go, "Well, that's impossible. I'm just going to go to Glendale. I'm going to go to Phoenix, and I'm just going to open up my business there." Or if they're not even here, or if they're already thinking of relocating from those locations, they're like, "Well, I'm not going to do business in Peoria." I've talked to so many business owners that have businesses in Peoria and say they're never again going to open a business in Peoria. I recently talked to a housing developer who said, "I'm never going to build houses in Peoria again. They're just so hard to work with." And they've built houses in many cities all over the state, and yet they just couldn't survive Peoria. We need to make it. On one side, all these people are talking about, they want to make Peoria good and they want to make Peoria strong, and yet they stand in the way of these business people and these developers who want to make Peoria good and Peoria strong. They're doing the exact opposite of what they want. And then they go and beg for universities and give away money that they end up getting sued over because there's rules saying that you can't give away money for this university to come here, and then you do anyway. I don't know. It's just very, very frustrating how our city is ran, and that makes me want to run and makes me want to win so that I can be your representative here in the city. And I'm going to work hard for you. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a couple businesses, but I'm going to put my real estate business on hold for the most part. I'm just going to take all of my leads and refer them to other agents and let them do it. And my computer business, I already have hired people to run my computer business, and they're going to run it so that I can stay and focus as much as I possibly can on being a city council person. So I ask for your vote, and I'm going to record a couple videos going a little bit more in depth on specific parts of this. So please watch all those videos and have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.